Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to create wealth investing in real estate. Coming up. Okay, how do you create wealth investing in real estate? Well, there's lots of different ways that we can go about creating wealth investing in real estate. And most people, when they think of investing in real estate, they think like fix and flip. They think buy a property, fix it up, sell it for a profit. And if you do that and make money, you've created income. That income is taxable. And if you're able to save some of that extra money after you make it and pay taxes on it, then you've created some wealth by saving that money. But personally, I like to create wealth by using rental properties. And the way that you can create wealth using rental properties is you can buy it and you can use somebody else's money to actually buy it. You can use somebody else's money to fix it up. You can get it rented, and then you can refinance all that money out and get a long-term lender like a bank or a credit union to pay back the money that you borrowed to buy and to fix. And this is actually referred to as the BRRRR method, and it's my favorite method. I love this method. But then now that you have yourself a property that's fixed up and it's rented out, and you refinance this property and you have a tenant in there that's paying the rent, the tenant is going to pay this property off for you. Now, this process could take 7 years, it could take 10 years, in some cases it could take 20, maybe 25 years. But imagine going and getting a property and taking on, let's say, $100,000 worth of debt. The property's rented out and you can cash flow on that property. So the tenant's going to pay you more money than the total amount of all of your bills every single month. So you're going to create a little bit of cash flow. The cash flow should be saved to cover maintenance and CapEx and property management and whatever else may happen, and or the bills. You also have taxes, you may have insurance, you may have utilities, you're gonna have costs of turning the property over. So I don't ever typically take my cash flow and go spend it. I just kind of save it and hoard it and use it on the next deal and so on and so forth. But the cool part is all along this entire process, the tenant is essentially paying the mortgage for you. So with landlording and being a landlord in real estate, you can actually create wealth by somebody else paying off your debts. And it's an amazing, amazing way to create wealth using real estate. Now, you could also use real estate to create wealth in a lot of other ways with creative financing. You could do wholesaling. Again, these things may actually create income in the short term. And if you aren't good at saving and or reinvesting that income, it's going to be very difficult to actually create wealth. And that's why the best way that I know of and that I'm familiar with and that I do to create myself wealth is by using rental properties. It's using the buy and hold approach. Buy it, finance that thing, get it rented out, and that tenant will pay for the mortgage. And in the beginning, it's going to be very slow. And in fact, this whole process typically is going to be slow. This is definitely not a get-rich-quick game when it comes to landlording, especially if you're working just with single-family homes. But again, where else in life are you able to go borrow money and have somebody else pay it off for you? That's the beautiful thing about buy and hold, rental properties, and just, being a landlord in the real estate game in general. Somebody else is going to pay that debt off for you. And in some cases, it may take 5, 7, 10 years. Other cases, it may take 20 to 30 years. It really depends on the project, the property, the location. There's going to be a lot of different, variables that are going to affect that. But the best way that I have found to create wealth in real estate has always been being in the buy and hold game. That's usually the best approach. All right. What I like to do specifically or particularly when it comes to the buy and hold game is use the BRRRR method. And the BRRRR method is an acronym. It's B with 4 R's, and it stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. And the beautiful thing is my partner Mike and I, we've done this about 150 times at this point, maybe even a few more. And we've done it using little to none of our own money. And that's another great thing about the BRRRR method is that it helps you acquire assets, and you don't have to have a ton of money to do this, but you have to be resourceful. If you're not resourceful, you're not going to have access to your private or hard money lender. So you got to get out there and you got to meet these people, and you got to have access to these people. Then you got to go out and you have to find yourself a deal. And when I say a deal, I mean you have to find yourself a property that you're able to buy at a discount. All right. Now, there's probably a lot of new people watching this video right now, and they say, well, Dave, how do we go about finding deals? Well, from my experience, the best way to find deals, and we've found hundreds and hundreds of deals over the last 7-8 years of me doing this full time, is direct to seller marketing. All right. Can you find deals on the MLS? Well, yes, but it's very difficult. In fact, about 5% or less of all the deals that we buy in our business are on the MLS. 5% or less. The majority of these deals actually come from direct to seller marketing. So that looks like cold calling, cold texting, maybe sending direct mail. Could be mass media with billboards and television and radio. That's an expensive approach, but it works. Networking is a great way. Driving for dollars, doing bandit signs. I mean, there's literally hundreds of ways to go about finding deals direct to seller. But when it comes to direct to seller, it's all about marketing. So first and foremost, you got to get a private or hard money lender lined up. And then you got to find deals, and you do that by direct to seller marketing. And really, those don't have to be in any particular order. But then what you're going to do is you're going to get yourself a deal, and you're going to line that money up, and then you're going to go close on that deal. You're going to rehab that deal, and then you're going to get a tenant in there. And you could do the property management and the leasing, or you could hire a third party, and you could outsource that. And you're going to get it rented. And then you're going to take it to a bank, and that bank is going to refinance you out, and they're going to pay back that private lender for the purchase, maybe the purchase and the rehab, ideally the purchase, the rehab, and the interest that you're going to have to pay them to borrow the money. That's the goal. It's little to none of your own money. And in fact, Mike and I have done probably, 125 to 130 of those 150 with none of our own money. It's such an amazing approach. But again, the goal here is to get it rented and have the rent be $200, $300, $400, maybe $500 a month more than all of your bills, all of your expenses. And that additional is called cash flow. And you can take that cash flow and you can use it and spend it and live on it, or you can use it and reinvest it like I do into more deals and to fund operations and so on and so forth. And all of this whole time, all along this whole process, somebody else is paying that mortgage. And when somebody else is paying that mortgage, your debt essentially gets smaller and smaller every day, every week, every month. Again, this isn't going to happen overnight, but over months and years and even decades, you are going to create wealth. It's amazing. And it's one of the best strategies that I know of to use to create wealth when it comes to investing in real estate. If you guys want to learn more about how to find deals, how to network, and how to find these private and hard money lenders, how to buy properties and rehab them, and how to refinance them, how to use the BRRRR method, go over to discountpropertyinvestor.com. There is a ton of resources over there. We have a podcast that we host there. We have a bunch of free courses that we host over there, and we even offer coaching. So if that's something that may interest you, then fill out an application. But go there first. Check out some of the resources over there to get your feet wet. Education is the first part of this. Educate yourself. Then you need to take action and you need to jump in. So again, go head on over to discountpropertyinvestor.com to learn more and learn how you can start doing this for yourself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.